Good evening and welcome to a Tuesday night Comedy Chords and Chaos and the C-section with Tim Hay, Mark Burschapper, guaranteed to deliver, leave you in stitches, or have you permanently scarred for life. It's just the three of us tonight because we are guestless due to the fact that we had some technical difficulties. We couldn't pull it off tonight, so it's just the three of us. Just the three of us. so it's going to be a lot of fun. We guarantee you that. We've got a lot planned. Great stories. We will be doing the news quickly now. We're going to be doing This Week in Music. We're also going to be doing what we're spinning this week in vinyl. We're going to talk about that. But first, let's dive into some news stories. Oh, by the way, it's episode 9.
Number nine.
And if you guys don't know that joke or that little thing there, number 9, you go listen to some John Lennon until you figure it out. Or the Beatles. The Beatles were John Lennon. Number 9. I'll give you a hint. Whatever you listen to it on, it's got to be white. And that's the record, folks. That's the record.
That's racist.
No, it's not. It's a white album.
I know.
Actually, there was a thing in the news about Paul McCartney about the song Blackbird was written about two black women, believe it or not. So we should pull that up on our phone. Maybe we'll pull that up before the end of the night and quote the lyrics. But the Blackbird, the song Blackbird. Maybe one of you guys can do that. I got too much. I got freaking buttons to press. So let's shout out to Bosch Kong Brewing.
Hey, buddy.
You can buy that at your local beer store. So yeah, check that out. So let's see what we got for news stories. We got some good headlines tonight. So what do we got here? Oh, that's all of us. That's a great news story right there. So there's Mark and there's Tim. So okay, so that's your headline for tonight. So let's see what we got here. Man uses live land mines to decorate front yard. This guy had been, for 30 years, he was unlicensed collecting mines, and they were all like, they hadn't gone off. So what he did was he figured he would put them around. It kind of reminds me of, what's that movie?
Get off my lawn.
Gran Torino. So yeah, so that's
Classic
a good idea.
Clint.
Yeah. Don't tell my wife; she'll go out and buy some of these. Actually, we have dogs. We don't need landmines.
Mark, go cut the lawn.
Yeah. After tonight. Wife dumps abusive husband's ashes in the garbage.
Good for her.
I don't even know why she even bothered getting his ashes back if he was abusive. Unless he became abusive after she brought him home. Maybe, because I didn't read the article because I figured it would ruin it. Because how can you get fake news if you read the article? But the article is real. But I got a feeling the husband might have been okay, but he was abusive as a ghost. Then she dumped the ashes.
Crazy.
It is crazy. It's crazy. And something probably along. This is a good one. Good little theft one here. Robber returns to the crime scene because he forgot his car keys. Oh man, you gotta go back. Gotta go back, get the keys.
Well, yeah, you need your keys.
He couldn't have been far though, could he? Or maybe the keys to get it. Oh, it's keys for his apartment, not his car.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you're gonna rob something, maybe just because it gets a little hairy, put the key for your apartment under the mat. So at least when you come back, all is good.
Or give somebody a spare, just in case.
Yeah. Hey, excuse me, I'm going out to rob a place tonight. Can I leave my spare key with you? Because
It's all about planning ahead.
That's what you got to do. Speaking about planning ahead. Unhappy ending. Threesome. This is a read the highlight here at the top. This is a Toronto Sun article because it might be close to home, folks. Don't judge your neighbors. Unhappy ending. Threesome ends abruptly after man allegedly pulled off woman by his genitals. So I guess it was the threesome was to. Now hold on. Do you think that I didn't read the article, but looking at this picture, I think it was 2 men and a woman.
Oh, I assume the opposite: 2 women and a man.
Well, I'm
and
trying to
maybe
look-
he was spending too much time with the other woman.
Oh,
Yes, that's what I assumed. And
you
then,
think so?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I'm seeing here, but so the woman.
I was
it doesn't
thinking maybe
say
a
if the
husband and
woman-
wife and another woman.
I'm trying to
And
go
then
by the picture. I see one set of painted nails here. So I see this picture, the picture that the Toronto Sun had in their catalog.
Is somebody documenting this?
I can see that there's only one set of painted nails. So the picture is misleading because the picture is showing 2 men and a female. And to grab some guy by the nuts, you got to be pretty strong. You can't. No women.
Well,
Is a woman gonna pick you up by the nuts and throw you off the bed? Do you think so?
I would hope not. I you know what? Maybe this guy's into,
But-
who knows what
So
he's
I don't know.
into.
So very unhappy ending. Very unhappy ending. But for us, we're getting a good laugh out of it. So really, in the end, it is a happy ending. So
My God.
this
I've never
is
seen a guy get picked up by his testicles before.
Oh, Dell.
Okay, so this one I thought is good because this is pulling. I thought this was all past us, but apparently not. Armageddon still awaits in Mayan calendar. Theory proves correct. I'm not going to pull up the article because there's a lot of fine print, but basically someone has gone back and just adjusted all the math so that it all now works out to be 2012 or 2000. No, that can't be 2012. Maybe it's a little earlier.
21?
21?
No, I think it was 2000. Yeah, 2021.
Somebody
So-
got the 2 and the 1 mixed up, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Speaking about Armageddon, Prince Harry loves a cheeky Nando's, but his order will upset many people. Like,
There ain't nothing like a cheeky Nando's.
I've never had a Nando's before. I've never.
Nando's is great.
Is it good? I've never had it.
It's
Never.
very good.
I've never had it.
Great.
Prince Harry and his brother Prince William both love Nando's and have been spotted popping in for a quick bite to eat on several occasions. How dare they? And I read the article, and the article was about the driver saying, yeah, we just waited in the car for 15 minutes, and they went in by themselves, and people were trying to take pictures, and oh, my God.
Crazy.
And we're going to finish off with one. I really didn't hear the story because this was right before we really went on the air here, but this was really funny because the Boston Globe is the newspaper. It was an email. You can't touch this, don't look back. Don't Look Back to Me is a Boston album, a record by the band Boston, and You Can't Touch This is an MC Hammer song, right? MC Hammer? I think it was MC Hammer. So
Time.
when I read this article, I thought that somebody had mashed You Can't Touch This and Don't Look Back together, and that was the album cover that they were putting it out on. I got all excited, and then it went into a Seinfeld and coronavirus, and so it was a real disappointing. I thought this would be good to hear because I've been playing a bunch of 12-inch singles. So anyways, that is the wacky, chaotic news. And now
The crazy news. All right.
And now, speaking of threesomes, there we are. Not the threesomes.
Ain't
the
nobody
most
picking me
expensive.
up.
Well, the good thing is I'm probably older than all of you, so if you grab me, there's going to be a little bit of resistance.
A lot of pull.
There's going to be a little bit of resistance before I move. You're going to have to probably get right out the door.
Wow.
TMI. Oh, boy.
So, welcome, guys.
cow.
Oh, man.
Here we are.
I needed this. I've had a busy week, and I needed this. I needed this tonight. This is therapy for us, actually.
This is my weekly therapy.
It
Yep.
is. It's our therapy session, and hopefully for you, you're getting some therapy too. So,
Some people need it after watching this. Yes.
so before we're going to get completely, we're going to go down some wormholes tonight. I know we are. It's going to get crazy. So let's do. Shall we do this week? Are we doing this weekend music?
We sure are.
Okay.
Let's do it. Music. All right. Let's get right into this. The first one we have is, we were talking about the Beatles earlier. This goes back to 1960 this week when we had drummer Tommy Moore, who was the original drummer in the Beatles. Talk about your bad decisions. He decided to quit the Beatles and return to his job driving a forklift. He didn't think the band was going anywhere. I got to go back and drive that forklift.
He's got a real pick-me-up job now. But his job...
I was waiting for something like that.
Oh, man. You imagine if his first job on the forklift was to move all the Beatles' number one selling albums and put them on it.
Move all those records from A to
Hey,
B.
how come my record has a fork hole through it?
Yeah, talk about living your life after that, boy. Oh, boy. Well,
Jesus.
He's got a story to tell, that's for sure.
Oh.
1966 this week, European radio stations mistakenly reported that The Who's lead singer Roger Daltrey was dead. It was actually guitarist Pete Townsend who had been injured in a car accident earlier in the week. Wasn't dead. Nobody was dead. I don't know where they got this information from, but yes, Roger Daltrey apparently died in 1966. Let's see, 1967, Pink Floyd released their second single, See Emily Play, which was written by original frontman Syd Barrett, and the slide guitar on the song was played by Barrett using a plastic ruler, because that's Syd Barrett. Anything lying around, he would, experiment and whatever. He used to play a lot of slide guitar with
a syringe.
With his lighter.
A syringe.
With his what?
A syringe. Oh, poor Sid. Sorry, Sid.
Oh, yeah. Poor Sid. Let's see here. 1975 this week, Peter Frampton played the first of two nights at the Winterland Ballroom, San Francisco. Recording from these two shows were used for, can you guess?
Frampton Comes Alive.
Hello,
Frampton
San
Comes Alive.
Francisco!
Yes, Frampton Comes Alive.
Awesome album.
The best-selling album of 76, selling over 6 million copies in the U.S. alone, and it stayed on the chart for 97 weeks.
Until rumors.
And I think everybody owns a copy or has had owned a
and
copy.
I think it was Rumors that knocked it off, or it was the biggest selling album at the time, and then I think Fleetwood Mac Rumors came along and knocked it off.
That could very well be.
Yeah, he got burnt so bad, that guy. The record company fucked him over some. Oh, I shouldn't swear. I did. Oh well.
Watch your language.
Facebook will nail us for that.
Let's see here. This week in 1981, Duran Duran released their debut album, which remained on the UK Top 100 for 118 weeks and on the US Billboard Top 200 for 87 weeks. And it's a little known fact that this album, Duran Duran, can we see it? Can you see it? This is the original album. Now, there's two versions of this album. The original US release, let's see here, it had a different version of the song Planet Earth instead of the single version. So when people heard the single on the radio, they bought the record and were greatly disappointed by the different version. They didn't know what was going on. So in 1983, they released this version. Yes, I have them both. And it included the single version of Planet Earth, and it also included the single, Is There Something I Should Know, which was a huge hit for Duran Duran in 1983. So there you go. There's two versions of Duran Duran's first record, and I might be spinning those a little bit later. Not a huge Duran-y, but
I like Duran Duran. That was a big time for music for me, too. That was back in the, early 80s.
Early 80s,
That was around the time The Clash, The Police, all those bands were.
Yes,
it was
all that stuff.
It was going to that new wave alternative.
The whole new wave type
kind
thing.
of that punk was moving out of punk into that.
Yeah, going from the punk to the new wave. Let's see. On June 14th in 1987, 700 hospital beds were meticulously placed onto Taunton Beach in North Devon, California, for a photo shoot for the cover of the forthcoming Pink Floyd album, A Momentary Lapse of Reason, which I forgot to get out so I could show everybody. What happened, though, is it started to rain, torrential rains, and the shoot had to be done 2 weeks later. So 700 hospital beds placed, 700 removed, and brought back 2 weeks later.
They could use those beds now.
Yes, they could. They totally could. That was when Storm Thorgerson was doing most of their album covers, and he refused to use any kind of Photoshop imagery, anything. He wanted it real. And so that's what they did. Let's see here.
Good job.
June 1989.
It's a good job he didn't want like. It's a good job he didn't want like 100 human brains or something. Thank God he went with something that you can make in a factory.
Oh, brother. Let's see. June 89, Nirvana's debut album, Bleach, was released in the U.S. The title for the album came from a poster urging drug users to bleach their needles. Can I tell you? And Kurt Cobain claimed that most of the lyrics on that record were written the night before when he was feeling pissed off. So,
White
there
needles.
you go. Let's see. 1995, Alanis Morissette released her album Jagged Little Pill. It went on to sell over 30 million copies worldwide and made Morissette the first female Canadian to score a U.S. #1 album. Did not know that.
And she was
Not a big fan,
She
but-
was a pop singer. She was a pop singer before that. She was so different. And then
Yep. Let's see what else. We got a couple more here. June 12th, 2005, Pink Floyd announced they would reunite with former bassist Roger Waters, who left the band in 1985 for the July 2nd Live 8 concert in London. And this would be the first time that the quartet played together since the Wall Tour in 1981. I remember it well. I remember watching it, and I remember David Gilmour and Roger Waters looking very awkward together on that stage. And if you don't know the story behind all that, just Google it, and you'll find some juicy facts. Here's one we can talk about. June 13th, 2005. Michael Jackson was cleared of all charges of child abuse by a jury of 8 women and 4 men at the end of a 16-week hearing in California. Jackson was found not guilty of 10 charges, including abusing a 13-year-old boy, conspiracy to kidnapping, supplying alcohol to a minor, and to assist in a felony. What do you boys think of that? Michael Jackson and this whole kind of crazy.
Well, what do I think about it? Well, I heard conspiracies that his father had him castrated at a very young age. To protect his
That's
voice.
the first I've heard of that, really.
No, there's a lot on it that he was. They used to do that. It goes back to some of those young male singers back 100 years ago. They used to do it to preserve their singing. So they reckon that he had that done.
Okay.
And it was kept very hush hush, but he had it done, and he really never had a childhood, so he never really had any. But apparently he had kids and stuff. But then again, I don't know. But I just heard those stuff. I'm just passing on.
Don't ask me.
Maybe
let's
that's
see
why he
here.
didn't want to look like. Maybe he wanted to change himself because he felt he looked like his father too much. I don't know. Who knows?
Who knows? He was a crazy guy, Michael Jackson. Hell of a talent, crazy guy. Finally, on June 16th, in 2016, Marvin Lee Aday, better known as Meatloaf, was rushed to hospital after collapsing on stage during a concert in Edmonton. Anybody remember this? He was performing his hit, I'd Do Anything for Love, but I Wouldn't Do That. And he tried to hit one of the high notes, dropped the microphone, and that was the end of that.
What year was that again?
2016.
Yeah.
4 years ago. I remember reading about it. He apparently collapsed from severe dehydration. Didn't hydrate enough. So let that be a lesson to you people out there, especially you Meatloaf fans and singers.
He needs
hydrate yourself.
He needs a Whole Foods plant-based diet.
Cut out the meatloaf.
Oh man.
And that's another This Week in Music.
All right.
Brought to you by Molson Canadian and St. Louis Bar and Grill.
All
this
right. They deliver. They deliver.
Week. They do deliver.
Yeah, we were talking. So anyways, before we go any further, I got to tell you, I got a story because no one knows this except one other person. But today, I pulled a prank on my wife. And I don't know if she's watching right now, but I had her going all day. Here's the story. You guys don't even know this. So
no, we don't know this.
we were working on a job this week. So she came and her friend came to help do some gardening and landscaping. And bless the people that live next door. Super, super nice people, but they were talking away to us the whole time. And then, so I guess everyone was getting friendly. So then they had said to the girls, you guys should come back when it's all done and we'll have a barbecue. Right? Well, the interesting thing is Adam is just laughing on in the comments because he was the guy who helped me pull this off. So what I thought of today was, because the funny thing is, Lisa's a vegetarian, her friend's a vegan. So you know what vegans and vegetarians, I mean, you don't invite them over because they're never going to be they're not going to eat your food. So, and they don't drink beer. So the best part was, so today I was thinking to myself, hey, I said, Adam, you know what we should do? We should somehow text Lisa and say that we're the neighbor next door and we want to invite you over for when do you want to come for the barbecue? Because they were done the job. They weren't going back.
Right.
So I said, well, how are we going to pull this off? I said, we need to have someone, though, text Lisa where Lisa doesn't know the number, and it has to be a number that will come up without a name. So I said to Adam, get your girlfriend to text me, because I've never texted her before, and I'm going to see if her number comes up on the phone or her name. Well, her number just comes up. I said, okay, I'm going to write a text. I'm going to give it to you. You're going to give it to her. She's going to send it to Lisa. So I typed it out, and it said, hi, it's so-and-so from next door where you guys were working. We want to invite you over for a barbecue. It's going to be great. Costco has these great 100% sirloin burgers that we love, and they have a really good Frankfurter. The beers will be cold. It'll be a great time. So what days are good for you? So I sent this to Lisa, and she writes me back, and she says, what is this? He screenshots it and everything. I go, what do you? I said, I'm too busy for this. What is this? I don't have time to read this. So we get this going on. She goes, are you screwing around with us? I said, no, I don't even know what you're talking about. I said, oh my God, they sent you that? So we left it at that. So then she said, do you want a coffee? She was going to bring us 2 mirrors for the job site. And I said, yeah, have a coffee. I said, oh, you know what, though? Do you really want to bring the coffees? Because if you bring the coffees, you're going to have to then see the neighbor, and they're going to say, hey, did you get my text? I said, just avoid the place. So that was that. I missed out on a coffee for this prank. So that's it. So we sat outside tonight, had a coffee, talking about it. So she went off, and she's been helping her daughter clean. So I can guarantee you she's not seen this yet because the power is still on in the house. we would have been off the air by now. But yeah, so it was so funny. But yeah,
So far, so good.
That was a lot of work on your end, though.
That's
like
I sure
first
hope she
degree.
appreciates this. I sure hope she appreciates the lengths I go to for her. So meanwhile, what she was doing was she was messaging her friend the whole time, probably all day. Like, can you believe it? Those people asking us over, we don't even eat burgers. What do I tell them? What am I going to say to them? Oh my God. So I'm kind of hoping that she doesn't turn this on until we're done, and then I can say, oh, you wouldn't believe. Oh, it was so funny at the beginning of the show. So that was my prank today. Yeah, there's no way you can film it. I could have screenshotted it and all, but that was fun. So that was it. That was it. That was it.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it was good.
I like it.
You might not see me. You might not see me ever again, but it was a good prank.
You for a while.
I'm trying to. Yeah, I've done a lot of pranks. I got some good story. There's some good story pranks. There was a good stripper one once too. I'll have to. Remember.
I'm intrigued.
Yes. Intrigued. You want to hear it? We got time? Oh, we got lots of time.
Oh, we got lots of time.
We gotta hear it now.
We got all night. So, this is going back to my first marriage. I guess would have been married. So, anyways, I worked in this woodworking shop, and we used to go out all the time to the strippers on whenever. It was like the thing you did in Whitby, because the Whitby we had the Spruce, we had the Dynasty, so we had all these strip joints. So after work, guys would go out for a beer. So one night, 3 of us went out to this one strip joint. We're sitting there having a beer, and this girl came over in this Molson Canadian bathing suit, And she starts talking to us. Well, it was I don't know. You guys are probably too young to. You guys are probably too young to know the Spruce Hotel. But
Oh, the Spruce Villa.
remember the Spruce Villa? Okay.
Yeah, I spent lunchtime after during
I don't
school.
know what you guys are talking about.
So, anyways, so we're in there, and so this girl goes, "Oh, I'm in from Montreal, and I got nothing to do. I'm here all week, and I don't know where to go." So we got talking, and then she says, "Maybe one of you guys can take me out, and we can go see the town and all this." So we're talking, and then so when it was all over, it was the next day at work, and I said, "I got an idea. I'm gonna pull a prank on one of the guys there, because there was a guy there, Paul Clark, he Irish guy, very sincere family guy, young guy, but very strong Catholic." So I went up. So I planned it out. I was gonna have. We had a male secretary, and I went up to him and I said, "Do me a favor. When we're all in the lunchroom, I want you to come in. I want you to give me a Post-it note or a message, one of the pink message slips that they used to have in the day, and say, 'Oh, you got a call. This came in for you.' And write on it whatever the name was. I can't remember the name. And I said, on it, put Spruce Villa, and then put the phone number for the Spruce on it." So I gave all the information. So he comes in the break room, puts it on the table, and I'm looking at it. And then I thought, so I turned to Paul and said, "This is all you, isn't it?" Joking around. I go, "I'm not falling for this shit." He goes, "What is it?" I go, "Look, you want this? Some girl from the girl. Remember the girl we saw the other night? She's calling me to take her out on the town. Like, whatever." So he's going, "Mark, honest, I didn't do it. So this went on, and then so it went on all day, and then I finally said to him, I said, "Listen," I said, "if I took her out, you wouldn't say nothing to my wife, would you? Like, would you keep this quiet? Because this is a once-in-a-lifetime chance. I mean, who can say they've been out on the town with a stripper from Montreal?" So he's like, "No, you can't.
Montreal.
You can't do it. You can't do this." I said, "Oh, come on, Paul. You can't cover for me. I mean, we've known how long." So this went on and on and on. Well, so it all. I think we said, we got yeah. So anyways, I guess I stuck it in the pocket of my coat, my lumberjack.
Oh shit!
So it was like springtime. So the coat went in the closet.
I can only
No,
imagine.
it was like, so I remember, so fall comes around, it's getting a little chilly. I go to put the jacket on, and I didn't even
You got
think about
some
it.
explaining to do.
No, nothing. I was standing there, and I put the jacket on, and I reach in the pocket, I go, "What's this?" And I start looking at it, and I'm like, "Holy shit!" Oh, it was so funny. Oh, we had some good stories back then, man. This stuff was fun. Oh, good old stories.
Oh, that's stupid.
Old school pranking. Oh,
That's a good one.
so we got new Pink Floyd vinyl. So we're doing our vinyl. We're showing off our. Tim, you got to get a record player. You got to get some vinyl happening.
I gave away all my vinyl.
Oh,
Gave
I-
away.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
Pink
Years
Floyd.
and years. I had more. Well, from Bill, I had
Yeah.
police badge records, like all of the sheriff shaped.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Marshall,
yeah.
all of those. I had so many. All of the Squeeze series. All of the. I gave it all away.
Oh.
Just stupid.
Luckily
Oh,
enough,
I
I kept most of mine. Some stuff never got given back and stuff, so I bought some. I did pick up a new.
I've kept most of mine over the years, but I have sold some here and there. I've had to thin out the collection sometimes.
But you've always had you never wavered from, which is awesome. Like you were just
Yeah.
I've
smart.
always listened to vinyl.
You have.
I've always bought vinyl.
because it's going to
Oh.
be so expensive for you, Mark, to go back and refit your collection of all the stuff you want. Like it's not cheap, is it?
Oh, you mean me? Well, I have all my
Yeah.
vinyl still, pretty much. Like
Oh, you didn't get rid of
I'm
yours?
just picking up a few of the ones that I really like since I stopped buying vinyl. So I'm just looking for a few of the gems, but
I thought you got rid of yours too.
no, I didn't. I've lost some.
He's got most of them hanging on his wall.
I do.
Yeah,
I got them
I
all on
do.
the wall. I got
Yes.
all the good ones are on the wall. I put all the class. Although really, all the albums that had great album covers, they're good albums too. I think everything that was great had a good album cover. There was an attachment to the record, but
Mhm.
no, I was spinning this one this week. Tracy Chapman.
great album.
Yeah, it was, and I mean, when you start looking at who plays on these records, like who plays on the records, it's amazing
Yes.
when you start reading, like the bass player on this record. I'd have to open it up, but he's been on everything. Peter Gabriel.
Oh,
Everything.
yeah. What's his name? That guy.
That guy.
That's on the tip of my tongue. Jeez. He's done a lot of work with Peter Gabriel and, oh my God, what's his name? I'm going to have to Google it. It's driving me nuts. Are you looking it up?
Larry Klein, I think.
Who did he say?
I think it's Larry Klein.
I don't know. I didn't hear him.
Larry Klein. Larry Klein?
That's not who I was thinking of. If anybody out there knows, send it in because I'm...
Or maybe it was the bass player that was on a...
Tony Levin. Tony Levin.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Tony
Oh,
Levin.
yes, Tony Levin. Yeah, that's right. I think
Tony
it was,
Levin.
you know what? I think he was on,
He worked with King Crimson.
Yep.
But he's done...
Maybe it was
he's played with
Steve Winwood.
everybody.
Maybe it was Steve Winwood.
Yeah, everybody from Peter Gabriel to Larry Gowan. I mean, he's done so much. The list is endless. I mean, he's fantastic.
And most of the times,
And
the record company would bring these guys in.
He is amazing to watch live too, Tony Levin. And he plays not just traditional bass, but he plays the stick.
Yeah.
This,
Oh, yeah.
kind of upright thing, which has, I don't know how many strings.
It was-
It's just phenomenal to watch and listen to some of the stuff he does. It's just amazing. Just amazing.
Yeah, I think we were talking about that last week, about how the importance of listening to music the way it's supposed to be listened to. And I think I know myself, I grew up as a teenager, it was vinyl all the time. And then from probably about 24 onwards until now, I have 3 turntables in my basement that were under the stairs, and I pulled them out just to see what they look like. And no, and they wouldn't even turn. They were so badly corroded. So I had to invest in a new turntable. But yeah, it was so. And I think I've been trying to find a way to listen to music get the same experience that I used to have when I was a kid. Now, I was thinking to myself, maybe it's just that I was young and everything was new and it was exciting and I was just discovering it, so my ears were better. So maybe the vinyl just sounded amazing, and I have this, it's like watching I was thinking it was going to be like, when you watched an old movie way back in the day and it was amazing, and then you go watch it again and it's like,
yes,
this isn't that great.
Yeah.
But with vinyl, it actually is. And so I finally got to that stage now. In the last week or two, I finally got to that stage where I can actually sit down and listen to a record and lose myself in it. So, but there's nothing out there that you can. I guess you can use the lawless. What do they call them? Lawless files, and you can get really good CD players.
Of course.
I mean, you can if you spend
the CD
$1,000
technology has grown since its initial. When I remember when CDs first came out, and I never had a CD player for years and years and years. I would at friends' places, and then I would listen to it, and I would go, that just sounds like shit. I do not like it. It's very cold, and it seemed very just one-dimensional, and I didn't like it. But we're talking what 30 plus. Well, when is CDs? I mean, they came
82.
out. 82 was the
We had one of the first Philips. Well, Bill had one of the first Philips players, and it was like. It was amazing, just the technology.
At the time, sure, yeah.
But,
I mean, there's no snap, crackle, pop, and, you can't really scratch this and blah, blah, blah. And then there was, I remember always hearing people say, well, you got to have the right speakers to go with it, and you got to have this and that. And I'm just like, you know what? I just want to spin my records. They sound great. I don't want.
You kind of need. You kind of need the speaker still with vinyl. You still need all the parts. You still need all the parts.
A hell of a difference.
You still need all the parts of the puzzle. But
it does.
It's it grows.
But
on you.
the difference between, say, digital and vinyl, earlier. Well, I was going to say earlier this month. It's like 2 months ago now, when the new Pearl Jam album came out. Gigaton. I had it pre-ordered for vinyl, and of course everything was delayed and delayed and delayed and delayed. So I am a huge Pearl Jam fan. So I downloaded the album and I've been listening to it, the digital copy, MP3 or whatever the hell it was. And great album. Love the album. Maybe a month, 6 weeks later, my vinyl showed up finally. And I've been waiting and waiting for it. And I sat down and I put the record on, and it was like listening to it for the first time all over again. The difference, I heard things that I hadn't heard from listening to it, say, on my iPod. The sonics, everything.
Did you say iPod?
Yes.
There's the problem.
I still have an iPod.
Well,
yes,
I do. I have an iPod. I'm not using it, but yeah, I do have an iPod.
But I mean, a digital file is just that, a digital file.
Yeah.
A record. It's just there's no comparison.
But the problem is, it's like a cell phone. There's no amplification in it. There's no amplification in the headphones, the earbuds. So it's just like freaking drizzle. Like it's
a computer
brutal.
reading a bunch of code and interpreting that into music. Whereas where you have a record, you have, it's based on grooves and vibration and sound waves, which is what music is.
Yes.
So we should tell the listeners now that these shows will all be available on vinyl.
On vinyl.
Because
we're going to do a box
if
set.
you don't like what you're hearing now on your phone, I guarantee you when you buy the vinyl and you play it, it's gonna
so much better.
It's gonna sound amazing, and you're gonna hear all the little things. And if you play
we're gonna remaster it for vinyl.
Play it backwards.
If you play it backwards, you're gonna get all the messages. You're gonna,
Oh yeah, because it's full of messages when we talk backwards. I tell you, it's all subliminal.
I think if you play it backwards, you'd actually understand what we were saying forwards. Oh. So what else is happening in the world today? Oh, Donald Trump. Oh, Donald Trump's come up with some new math theory. Or is it I guess it's a theory. Actually, no, it's
pure genius is what it is.
So do you have it, Tim?
Blew my mind.
Do you have it, Tim? Or are you gonna tell everyone? Or I have it. I have it.
I don't have the actual
I have it. So oh no, that wasn't the one. The one was the quote was if we do less tests, the numbers, the less coronavirus tests, the numbers will come down.
Can you believe that?
But he's right.
Right?
It's true.
He is right.
Totally
though.
right.
So if you're trying to trick someone, he kind of, he came from behind the curtain there and told everybody what was going on. But no.
He's basically solved the problem of the coronavirus.
That's it.
Stop testing and it's gone. It's done.
Yep.
It's done.
I can't believe
amazing.
I can't believe he's still down there. I can't believe that. There we go. But the other thing I read today, and this is it's very disturbing. Police in the U.S. have killed 120 people since George Floyd was killed. That's 20 days ago, and that's 120 lives. Now, I mean, we don't know all the stories, but that number alone, whether it was justified or not, but
it's a big number.
It's a big number.
It's still a
huge
number,
and you don't hear about it. You just don't hear about it. Like it's so much of it you just don't hear about. So it's horrific. So. And I haven't been following any of the rioting. I think it's just gone down to some protests now. I don't think there's any rioting anymore. But I did hear there was something going on in Seattle. I don't know if you did, but they had closed down blocks of Seattle, and people had taken over Seattle and closed it off and won't let anybody in. I heard they took over the town hall.
Interesting. I haven't.
I heard that, but I haven't looked it up yet. So I haven't Googled it and I haven't looked into it. But that's what I heard. I'm not saying it's true. It's just stuff that I heard. And is there anything wrong with saying that today? Like, I'm not saying it's a fact. I'm saying, guess what? I heard this. I don't know if it's true. Do you think that's the right thing to do? Or should I actually...
Fake news.
Well, it's not fake.
It's fake news.
I guess it's fake. Well, it's fake if I said it happened. If I was sitting here going, yeah, you wouldn't believe what happened. Yeah, I heard it on the news. But I'm saying I heard someone talking about it, that it happened. They were pretty sure. They were reading it in the news. They said they were reading the newspaper or on the news that these people had taken over these blocks in Seattle. But
right.
I can't Google it now.
I don't know.
But yeah,
I'm looking it up now. I'm
Are
not
ya?
finding anything. Nah, I can't find anything here. Fake news.
No, it's got it. Oh, now I gotta look. Oh man, don't tell me you can't find it.
I can't find anything.
Lockdown in Seattle, or
I'm looking.
protesters like Seattle. Come on, people! There must be someone at home right now. Get out googling.
Googling.
My wife's
Google.
my wife's googling right now.
Googling what?
A taxidermist,
divorce lawyers?
a taxidermist that will do a husband.
Oh, don't listen to Fox. Here's what's really going on in Seattle's protest zone. Oh, it says don't listen to Mark either. Look at that.
So there is something going on.
Let's see. It seems, undergoing. Yeah, wow. Seattle is being taken over by its citizens.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But why is this not front page? Well, maybe it is. I don't look at the front page. But none of us has heard this. Hey, Eddie, Eddie's here. Eddie's here. Eddie showed up.
All right, Eddie. Eddie the ear. How's the ear doing?
Oh,
Is that the Eddie we're talking about?
Didn't we talk about Eddie last week?
Eddie
Yeah, but
was
you
just
couldn't hear
over
us.
tonight.
Was it last week?
Doing a quote.
Did you talk about his ear?
Yeah. Crazy shit.
That is crazy.
I don't know. I don't know if we talked about it last week. I thought we did.
Yeah, we did.
Was it
Yeah, we
last
did.
week?
Yeah, we
Oh,
talked
had
about
time?
his ear. Yeah.
Yep.
Eddie and Mike are here too. The Mike guys are here.
Oh, Mike is here. All right. Mike and Ed. Hi, guys.
Yeah, Eddie had a mayfly or some bug fly in his ear, and he had to get it sucked out at the hospital.
5 times, apparently. That just doesn't sound right.
Damn bugs. Oh my God! Just Did they?
Good times.
Did they? But while they're in there, just get the wax out. Do a whole freaking clean. Just like you might as well.
Do a whole clean. Why not?
But that's how they do that thing when they do the coronavirus test. They stick a big long swab right down your nose, right down to the back. I'll just. But wouldn't you like to know if you've had it though? If you've had the coronavirus, wouldn't you like to know?
Can they tell if you've had it? Just if you have
they're the antibody test. They're supposed to be coming out with an antibody test so they can test you to see if you've had it. So you know if you've had it. So like that means that your body is now building up an antibody for it. So if you come in contact with somebody, speaking of come in contact with somebody, Richmond Hill Home Depot had 14 cases. They did that. Obviously, someone got sick in there, and then they went in there and they started testing the staff. They found 14 people with the coronavirus in Richmond Hill. And I've been going to Home Depot in Bowmanville and Whitby. I've been going in there frickin' more times than I go to a bathroom in the day because we've been really busy. And I can't believe
that's a lot.
Well, I can't believe that place is still open because the people are in and out. They're up and down. Like now they have 200 people shopping there at once. They have these little plastic screens up, which are pointless, which really are pointless because the girl always comes around and starts scanning everything. No one backs away from their cart. And then she starts talking to you. Like the girl in the morning, I'm talking to her like we're like 3 feet away from each other every morning. We're like in our circle of 10. The circle of 10 is half Home Depot for me. Like it's like crazy. And I'm thinking, oh my God, then I go to customer services, take some back. I got another person in my Home Depot circle. And it's just crazy. But the thing is, you see, if you stand back and you watch the staff talking to each other. They're right in front of each other. There's no masks, nothing. Yep. And I can't believe.
Just don't sing and dance.
Yeah, don't sing and dance. Yeah. Can you? Oh, my God.
Especially at Home Depot.
So I don't understand. It's so hypocritical because they let all these people into Home Depot, like 200 people, where pretty much are singing and dancing around each other at the cash register. It's just insane. And the people that work there do not show any sort of effort to tell you to back up, except for the cash. They do at the cash, but deep in the woods of the back, No one cares. It's like, come back here, come back here. You can take your mask off back here. It's like scary shit.
Come back to the lumber section.
So then you're in there. There's 200 people, right? Last week they allowed 75 people in the Home Depots. This week they jumped it to 200, but they changed the way you go in and out. And
well, that's okay then. if that's changed.
But across the street, there's a golf town, and it's lined up. There's about 20 or 30 people in a line outside golf town.
Yeah, because you can golf now, so everybody needs to get their golf supplies ready.
Lined up. So they can't be letting many people in there, though. They must have, because that's not an essential service, right? So maybe because it's not essential service, they can only let so many people into the golf store, where Home Depot is essential, so they can let more people in there, which, again, doesn't make sense.
The thing about Home Depot is when Wave 2 hits and everything's locked down again, everybody's going to have all their supplies to work on their home because they've gone to Home Depot and shopped and they've got all their paint and they've got everything else. There'll be something to do, right? Mike
says, okay, Mike's a golfer, so we better be nice.
Okay.
Mike says only 4. Is that a joke, Mike?
4?
4?
4?
No, only 4 people in Golf Town at a time.
4.
Oh, imagine if can you just go in there and look around for an hour? Go in there with 4 of your buddies. Actually, Mike, tomorrow, the 4 of us will meet up at Golf Town, and we'll go in there, and we'll just keep
try out
every
walking driver, out, every club,
and then we'll come out with a little bag of teas.
A couple of teas, perfect.
And Best Buy, the same thing. Best Buy. Now, I went to Best Buy the first week that I think it was a lockdown, but they were still open. Best Buy stayed open. And I went in, I had to get actually I had to get something to do some live streaming. And they basically asked you at the door, you lined up and they said, what do you need? And then I told them what I needed. And I said, I checked online, you have one. The guy went and got it, brought it to me, and I went straight to the cash. I couldn't even go in the store.
Okay.
So I don't know, they're probably doing it different now, but I know a lot of stores, pretty much everyone's open now.
I was at Best Buy maybe a week ago, 2 weeks ago with my son, getting a computer keyboard and a mouse. And it's, you line up outside. They ask you what you're here for. I told him, and he told me where they are. And they have all these lines painted on the floor, different colors. And he says, follow the yellow line, and it'll take you right to what you need.
The Wizard
and then
of
follow
Oz.
It's like follow the
Did you wear your red shoes? Come on, Toto. I mean, Joe.
And then follow the green line to the cash or whatever, and then get the hell out.
I just see so much humor in this, and I know you're not supposed to, but my brain's messed. So,
well, I mean, if you can find humor in any situation, that's a good thing. I agree with that. But I mean, once we were in following the line, it was pretty much chaos. There was, I don't know, 30 people in there going every which way. The lines were completely, non-existent, and people picking this and that up and trying this, and so
they should
much
do
no
it
different. But
they should have like bumper cars, and like with a 6-foot ring around it. You imagine? Oh, there goes one of my lights.
Oh, lights out.
Lisa's
just watched
home.
the book.
Yeah.
Lisa's home.
She's shutting you down, man.
Oh my God, that's great, fantastic. Maybe I can turn it up.
I like
maybe,
bumper cars.
Maybe I can.
Yeah, they could put that on grocery carts. Put these big bumpers around.
There we go. Oh, it's the Rembrandt lighting now. It's very moody, but you imagine if they said that in Home Depot that we're gonna give you bumper cars, the frickin' lineups outside, but you have. And it's $50 to drive around Home Depot. But if you spend $500 on your credit card, you don't have. We drop the $50 rental.
You'll validated. I would do that just to go drive around in a bumper car at Home Depot.
It'll be like a golf course. I mean, that's why half the people go to a golf course, is to drive the carts.
Well, pretty soon they're just going to have these big plastic bubble carts everybody's going to be driving around in, and that'll be it.
Yeah, bubbles. Maybe that sport. Why not that sport? But the problem is, if you remember that bubble game. But if you let's say what a job that would be, because if you go in one of those bubbles that roll that they play soccer in,
Yeah.
But you imagine having to clean that thing out after someone's been sweating inside that. There'd be more
No,
corona in there. You could kill a country with the corona if the guy's been infected.
He could just roll that thing in like a bowling ball into a bunch of people and wipe them all out, right?
Yeah, they got to. I can't believe we can't. I don't understand why we can't do more testing here.
Well, in Ontario, I think anybody can get tested at whether you're sick or
Yeah,
not.
true enough. I guess you can go to the hospital. It's not.
You can go in. There's sites everywhere now.
Yeah.
Whether you're sick or not.
Maybe we should all go.
Next week we'll do it live on the show. We'll set up appointments and we'll all get swabbed. And then the following week we'll have the results. And we'll all be sick as hell.
That would be hilarious. No,
Hey,
and
I'm in.
we'll do
If you don't test, your numbers won't go
We'll
up.
do a
so
prize.
we're
Oh,
good.
that's right. That's right. So if we test, we'll get sick. So let's just not test. We'll be fine.
We'll do a prize, and they got to guess who has it.
That's a great idea.
If one of us
Make a
has it.
lottery.
Yeah,
That's a great idea.
I thought
I'm in.
I thought I did have it at one point. I thought Lisa
Maybe
and
you
I
did.
both thought that maybe we did. That's what I want. I want to know. Yeah,
They're gonna have like these DNA kits eventually. Like your light just turned
Oh,
on.
your light came on.
She's over it now. Yeah, he didn't mean.
I forgive
He
him.
didn't mean it.
Turn the light.
More like, thank God I don't have to deal with the barbecue.
Brother.
Just throw some Beyond Beef burgers on there, and it'll be all good. some soy. Put some soy stuff on.
There you go.
Beyond Beef.
Oh, brother.
Hey, your burgers are ready. Was that you or me? Oh, that's the party noise. No,
There's a party going
This
on.
one's better. This one's better. Burgers are ready. Oh, it's supposed to be a triangle. I thought they were gonna rattle it back and forth. Oh, but honestly, I like this whole thing. You can't socialize with people because I hate it.
You hate
What?
people?
You hate socializing?
No, he hates people.
Well, I'd like socializing
Right.
with my 10, like my group. But when you got to go somewhere and you don't want to go somewhere? When you get invited to one of those weddings you don't want to go to?
Now you got the perfect excuse, right?
Not the one in October I'm talking about here. Not that one.
No, that's postponed anyway, Mark.
Is it really?
Yeah, we had to. Just half the families from out of province, right? So,
Oh, yeah, right. Oh, frickin'. The wedding's Tuesday night at 9 o'clock. Live on Tell Kelly.
I see a George Costanza thing happening here.
I can set this up. You know what?
Give me some envelopes.
Hold on. I could probably get my officiant license, not fishing, officiant license by then. I could have you and Kelly on either side of me, and we could do it live. I'll get a caller. I'll get a caller. It'll be freaking great. Let's just do it anyways. Let's just do it for fun, even though it's not real.
Oh, it'd be fun.
Actually, what's better for you, Tim, is if we did it like that, and we told her, and I'll make up some fake documents that I can actually marry people, but actually I can't. So, in 6 or 7 years' time, you could just say, well, guess what? It was all a joke. It's the 7-year prank. Kelly, are you watching?
Yeah.
Kelly, I haven't seen Kelly's name.
Kelly
come up.
watching?
No,
She's watching The Boys, hopefully.
Oh, go.
Hopefully.
I gotta text Kelly. Kelly, just skip across till about 54:47. We're gonna come in, skip the news, go right to the back, go right to the Dear
God.
Abby section.
Between you and Lisa and you and Kelly, we're gonna family feud time.
Oh, this is what I love about this show. It's just like a.
Meanwhile, the boys are upstairs going ape shit, doing Lord knows what.
Yeah. Christ.
No, no, she won't watch it. She won't watch it for 2 years. She'll be going through her Facebook page. She didn't watch this one.
It's a memory from.
Oh, so I can't get out of this. Oh. Hey, maybe there's not even. Maybe the whole coronavirus is a hoax, and she set it all up just to get out of it.
I wouldn't.
Figuring it
I
out.
couldn't blame her.
It's all making sense now.
It is. Oh my god.
Wow.
Okay, I gotta go and get some Visine. Oh, what a laugh! Oh my
Yeah.
mushroom my mushrooms came in the mail.
Wow.
My mushroom came. My mushroom. My mushroom. No. No,
The mushrooms came.
no, the legal ones. The legal ones came. The lion's mane, the oysters, and the shiitakes. They're kits. You just spray them with water, soak them, spray them with water, and in 12 days you got a pile of mushrooms.
Oh, wow.
Far out, man.
Do you know it's legal? It's legal to sell magic mushroom growing kits. I see you guys. Mark hesitated. I better not say yes really quick here. I better
waiting
kind
to hear more.
of. No, I'm just saying you can legally go online in Canada and buy magic mushroom spore kits that you grow at home. Pretty much the similar way I'm growing these other mushrooms. But you can grow these, but it's illegal to grow them.
So you can sell everything.
So you can
just
sell
can't do
the
it.
kit. So you can sell the kit to grow magic mushrooms. So basically, you're buying box. You can buy spores.
Right.
So you can buy the kits. They get delivered to your house. It gives you all the instructions on how to grow them. You can go online and watch videos on how to grow them, but it's illegal to grow them.
And you've researched this.
Oh yeah, I have. Yeah. Well,
Did I see something about mushrooms or magic mushrooms resetting for people with depression and
yes, that's the latest. Paul Stamets.
I've read something about that.
If you
too,
look
yeah.
up Paul Stamets, that's microdosing them. So you would take maybe 0.5 grams. You wouldn't.
right.
You'd
Yeah, you're
yes.
not.
slow down a little bit here. Whoa!
I need a hard reset.
Yeah.
You take about 5 to 10 grams, and then you put on "Wish You Were Here," and before you know it, there's Sid standing there going. "Rah!" He's playing. What was he playing?
He's got a slide rule out. And
Slide
really
ruler out.
great.
It's like yeah, good. So on that note, so yeah, folks, so you can buy all your magic mushroom
Go
growing
buy
kits.
everything you
Just-
need to grow the
just
mushrooms,
don't
but don't
grow them
grow them.
Grow them.
or tell anyone, and don't do them live on the show. So, anyways, boys, that was fantastic. It was too
Next
bad
week,
about our
let's all
guests,
go get tested.
and we're gonna get tested for next week. That's what great.
Yeah,
The great thing is, like, you can be. This is good. I like the social distancing thing. But I think now though people are. Do you guys have a circle of 10 yet?
I don't have a circle of one yet. 10. I got to work way up to that.
I saw Kelly sneak in earlier before.
That's his
Oh,
one.
God.
Oh,
That's
so,
my-
so he's got one.
It's one.
Yeah.
I think I might be down to one after tonight. Oh, I got the dogs, but I don't know if they count.
Oh, there's your 10. Yeah.
Yeah. No, we don't have 10. But I have the person I work with, and then yeah, and all the people in Home Depot, so I'm probably up to 10.
Yeah, but if you're going to go
But you can
protest,
hug.
aren't
Can you
allowed-
hug in that?
100?
Can you hug in that? So it's really touching though, touchy-feely. Like you can
Come
hug.
on, that's personal.
You can hug the person, right? In your you could hug like 10 family members now, right? So if you had a circle of 10 and you're kind of like touchy-feely and you want to hug each other, can you shake hands with your 10? like you can be within 6 feet of your 10, right? Like I don't
know.
understand how it works. They don't send any instructions.
Honestly, I don't know either. It just all sounds wrong.
It's freaking. It's easier. It's easier to grow magic mushrooms than it is to freaking figure out the circle of 10. No, but my question is, okay, you can have a circle of 10 now. You can have a circle of 10.
Yes,
so
you can,
what does that
apparently.
mean? You can
That
you can
means-
be within 6 feet.
You can play a basketball game.
Oh,
I have no friggin' idea what exactly it means.
yeah.
You can hang out with 10 people. What you do with those 10 people, I don't know.
I don't even think we had 10 people watching our video tonight. We don't even have a circle. We can't even get a freaking circle of 10 live on Facebook, for God's sakes.
No, it's just us
We
three.
didn't even have 10 comments. But the good news is I'll probably watch this 3 or 4 times because it's a lot of fun. So it's my therapy. If I'm feeling a little bit down, put this on.
Yeah. Keep each other company. That's what we
Plus, I got to edit it to get it ready for the vinyl. The vinyl comes out.
Right, that's
The
right.
vinyl comes out on Monday nights, and the show starts on Tuesday. All right, we better get out of here. It's getting late. Well, we've done an hour. We've just gone over an hour.
We're over an hour. Wow.
God, we're always less when there's a guest. God, but when there's no guest, it's
But
just
don't
like
say
we just can't. No, because we feel sorry. It's not. It's respect for the guests because they freaking had way too much of us already. The last thing they want
course.
is to go over.
They want to get
It's
back
more-
to their lives and get the hell out of here.
Yeah. So the
I
guest last week, our guest last week.
Oh, COVID.
Oh my God.
Tim's coughing.
It's all
already.
right. I got a mask on my screen. That's. Oh, I'm not getting go into that. But remember how they said about virtual. I guess I am going into it. Remember how they said about the virtual feeling of like if someone does something and then you get to feel it back. Like one day, whatever you do on screen will be so virtual that the other person would feel it. So
okay.
you know that game where you go on one of those rides and you're a virtual ride and all of a sudden you go through like a water space and they have these jets on the side that spray a bit of mist. So like if you're doing a Zoom with somebody, virtual technology is going to be so good in 10 years that if you listen to this, if you're having don't even know what it's called. If you're having like if you're sex camming with somebody and they have a sexual disease, you will catch the disease because because the headset on the person will be able to sense the disease and it will shoot it out your speaker. It'll be real reality. So because that will smarten people up because now you know, hey, you can't just what is it called when you have sex with somebody on camera? What is it called?
Okay.
I know it, but I can't answer quick. It's not phone. It was phone.
voyeurism?
I only know. No, it was phone sex when I was younger. I don't know when you have phone sex. But what do you have? Sex cam. You have a sex cam. But what do they call?
Says it's called porn.
So Siri said what?
Simon, no, it's not Siri. Simon.
Simon.
Singer
You're asking
extraordinaire.
Simon Says?
He says it's called porn.
Porn. But I'm just saying that way, then you just don't do it with anybody because people are saying, "Oh, if I just have video." I don't even. There must be a name for it. I can't believe I don't know.
Cybersex.
Cybersex.
Yes.
Mark finally gave it cybersex. Yeah. So then, but virtual cybersex. So now people would have to be careful if they do that.
Safe cybersex.
Safe
now is what we're gonna have to
cybersex.
do, right?
Okay. On that note, we definitely got to go.
Yes.
I got.
Is this really what we're talking about?
Because I got tears going down my eyes. All right, guys, it's been absolutely fantastic, and we'll see you all next
Next week.
Tuesday.
All right.